In Missouri closed 3 hours ago. Tonight, the results are coming in from today's municipal elections.
Annexation, taxing recreational pot, and school security all on the ballot today. And 5 on Your Side political editor Mark Maxwell has been monitoring the big races for us tonight. Mark?
Mike and Ann, the biggest campaign on local ballots tonight was in St. Louis County. It got the highest turnout, too. The question, would voters expand the Manchester city limits? Before we show you those results, both city voters and county voters had to say yes for it to pass. You might think of it like a marriage proposal where both parties had to say I do. But in this case, 4 and 5 city voters, well, they got down on one knee and proposed. They approved it. But the county voters, you might say they left them at the altar, roundly rejecting the marriage of those two territories. The county campaign persuaded voters in that smaller, unincorporated portion just to the eastern edge of the city. If you join the city, your taxes will go up. Voters there said no thanks. They passed on that. And fresh reaction from County Executive Sam Page tonight. He says this is a landslide vote of confidence for the St. Louis County Police Department. Unincorporated residents get great services and enjoy low taxes. Let's take a look across the region now. Looks like pot prices are going up in 3 communities. In St. Charles, voters there approved adding a 3% sales tax to bolster the local budgets. We should have those results for you on screen or online. There's a look at St. Charles, 74% of the vote. A similar result in Arnold as well, where voters there also approved adding that 3% local tax on top of a 6% state sales tax. The measure of support is right about in line with the general overall approval rating we saw for voters who legalized recreational pot in this region last November. You see those results there. While we're talking about pot, the Manchester annexation vote, that means the city cannot add a 3% tax at those 2 marijuana shops just outside its borders on top of the county tax in place now. The failed annexation push likely makes a legal challenge to that 2 layers of local tax irrelevant at this point, at least for those 2 locations. All right, one more election to check in on real quick. If we go over to the Rockwood School District, voters there said, give me the iPads, give me the Chromebooks, upgrade the computer technology and security. We want to use the money there. We'll pay down debt later. The school board had asked voters to approve a tax shift, allowing them to divert $25 to $26 million away from debt service and toward these more tangible, immediate needs. Critics had cautioned moving that money from a long-term expense to a short-term one would prolong property tax pressure and make a tax cut less likely, but the school board said this move would not raise taxes now. That appeared to be all the cover voters needed to go ahead and free up that money to spend it now.